Tonight, a big court ruling that will dramatically impact this November's election here in New York, putting reproductive freedom back on the ballot. A panel of appellate court judges reversing a lower court ruling that struck down the proposed Equal Rights Amendment, which would add categories to the state's discrimination ban. Currently, you can't discriminate on the basis of race, color, creed, or religion. The amendment, should it pass, would add these categories: ethnicity, national origin, age, disability, sex, sexual orientation, gender identity, gender expression, pregnancy outcomes, and reproductive health care and autonomy. As part of that, the right to an abortion will be guaranteed in the state constitution. Attorney David Goodman is here tonight to help us understand the legal side of this. He's a partner at the Coppola firm in Buffalo and joins me now live. Thanks for coming in.
My pleasure.
So let me first ask you about this original court ruling. It was a lower court judge in the Rochester area last month, right? Basically saying this wasn't done properly. What happened in that case?
Sure. It was a Supreme Court judge. The Supreme Court is our introductory level of courts. Supreme Court, then you get the appellate division, which is where yesterday's decision came from, and then you go to the Court of Appeals. What Justice Doyle said in Livingston County is that when the legislature considered this amendment, they didn't follow the right rules. The basic procedure, to kind of drill it down, is you have a resolution. That resolution then gets sent to the Attorney General's office, where they have 20 days to issue an advisory opinion. Once that advisory opinion comes back, the amendment is then debated, and if the resolution is adopted, it then gets shifted over to the next legislative session following a general election. At that point, they'll debate it again. If it gets approved, it goes on the ballot. What the judge said is that you guys didn't follow that 20-day rule. What happened is that, to kind of give you some context, the Dobbs decision came down on June 24th of 2022. A week later, on July the 1st, Governor Hochul had a special session, brought both houses in, and not only did they present the resolution, they voted to adopt it at that same time, rather than waiting those 20 days. So what Judge Doyle said is that because you did not wait those 20 days, you didn't follow the right procedure, so you have to go back.
So then we get to the appellate division. I think it's technically the 4th Judicial Department in Rochester, right? This case made it to that panel of judges, and yesterday they reversed Judge Doyle's ruling. What was the rationale for that?
Sure. It's the appellate division of the Supreme Court, 4th Judicial District. And what they said is they didn't reach a decision on the merits. They reached a decision procedurally on something called statute of limitations, which is the deadline. Okay? This suit was initially brought as what's called a declaratory judgment action. It was then converted into a summary judgment motion. I know this is legalese, so.
Bottom line, though, is
it's my line of work. But what they did say is that this should have been brought under a certain statute, a certain timeline, an Article 78 proceeding, which has only a 4-month statute of limitations. So because this passed you could use either date. You could either use the July 22 or the January 23. The suit was not filed until October of 2023, 10 months later. So what the appellate division said is that we don't reach a discussion on the merits because you did not timely file your initial
challenge
action. Yes.
I only have about 30 seconds left. So do we anticipate that this will go up to the next level, which is the highest court in the state, or do you think this is it and it will be on the ballot?
I think it absolutely will be appealed up to the Court of Appeals. Given our procedural rules, they have an appeal as of right, given the fact it's a constitutional question. So I would really be surprised if this does not go up to the Court of Appeals in Albany.
All right, so perhaps more to come. David Goodman is an attorney and partner at the Coppola firm. Thanks for helping us understand this. Good to see you.
Anytime.